I can't believe Luna loves me. I bet you can't believe your animals love you as much as you love them. Welcome to the Animal Lovers Cafe. I am so happy that you are here with me right now and Luna's here. Invite your animals to come in to the Animal Lovers Cafe. We have a welcoming committee here, not just me and Luna, but little Rudy, the kitty, right here is welcoming you. Just anything you need, you just go right to Rudy and he's going to take care of you. But if you want to, just come on in the cafe and be with me or hang out on the patio with all the amazing animals. So I'm just really just thrilled that you're here again with us at the cafe. So I can't wait to just share with something really, really special with you. I had this huge aha moment that really, it changed everything for my connection with animals. And again, I can't wait to share it with you. So have you ever felt like you couldn't receive communication from animals? If you have, please share in the comments. Just write yes or no. Let's get this conversation going, So also, have you doubted that it's possible for you to receive clear communication? Just share, write yes or no, because I'd love to know. What's it like for you? Do you have doubts? Or are you just good to go? It might be easy peasy. But I can't wait to share with you the moment that everything changed for me. Maybe the same thing is going to happen for you, so stick around. But first, I want to welcome all the new people. There's lots of new people, and I just am so happy that you're here. I can't wait to meet you, get to know you. So please write new in the comments if you're new so that I can say hi to you personally. And also, all of the members of the cafe can also say hello to you because we have the best group of animal lovers right here. And if you are new, you don't know me? Well, now you do. My name is Janet Dobbs of Animal Paradise Communication and Healing, where my greatest joy is to help you discover your unique way of telepathically communicating with animals. How good is that, right? We all of us as animal lovers, all want to know, what are they saying? And we all have that ability. Did you know that? We are all born with the ability to telepathically communicate with animals. It's easy peasy, but we humans, we make it complicated. I'm not sure why. I'm going to find Luna. Well, she's not there. Well, anyhow, the animals just have free will and they have whatever they want to do in the cafe, within reason, of course, they get to do that. So I just want to I can't wait to share with you, talk to you, and also I'd like to just hear all about you, what it's like for you when you try to receive communication from an animal. Is it easy? Does it come natural? It should, because it's very natural. Or do you maybe negate what you're receiving? We humans tend to do that. You get something from the animal, it's really clear, and then you start getting in your head and you're like, oh, that can't be right. That's not right. Well, that can happen to professionals as well as beginners. We all can have those moments. And I was having doubts and I didn't even know it. I guess I had comparison-itis. Have you ever heard of that? Comparison-itis. We all do it. We compare ourselves to other people, and therefore there's somebody that's always better than us, and there's somebody that's not as good as us, right? But we find those amazing people that we look up to, which is a great thing. But then maybe you've had the experience yourself. I'm not as good as them. Well, that's what was going on with me. I was working professionally, had been for many years. And before that, I had studied with quite a few animal communication teachers who had been, they were amazing. Like, the big names in the world. I just like, oh my gosh. And even though I had studied with several for years, I always compared myself to them. And I couldn't do what they do in the way that they do it. I did not receive my communications the way they did. So therefore, my conclusion was, I'm not good enough. I'm not as good as, right? And then I read this book. So this was back in the 90s. The internet wasn't what it is now. There were hardly any books about animal communication. And this new one came out, and I was reading it, and I found it interesting. It's like this animal communicator sharing her journey with animals. And she told this story about, she was laying down on her bed with her kitty cats, and she received their dream. And I'm like, oh, are you kidding? Isn't that the best? Wouldn't that be the coolest thing, to be able to receive to know what your animals are dreaming about? We can. I was like, that really opened my mind. But as I read the book, and she would share and explain how she received the information, I was like, oh my God, that's how it works for me. That was like the biggest revelation for me, that she didn't receive the way my teachers receive information, but she was, and still is pretty darn big in the world of animal communication. And she receives the way I receive. And that really sent home, was like this weight lifted off of my shoulders. It was like this big, oh, wow. I don't have to be like them because I'm me, right? And you're you. You receive in your own unique way. Yeah. And I receive in my own unique way. So the way that I receive telepathic information, communication, might not be the way that you receive. And you know what? It's okay. So don't compare yourself to others. Notice how you're receiving. So let's take a look at the different ways that you can receive and notice how you are receiving. Because usually what happens as you're beginning to learn and work this muscle, it's like a muscle, telepathy. And it's in your whole being. It's not just your mind. It's not just your heart. It's not just your gut, your heart, your soul, your mind. It's the whole being, you, receiving. So like you use your whole body as like an antenna to receive the information, that beautiful connection that you have with your animal companions, right? So here's some different ways that you can receive. Pretty basic. A lot of people think the only way you receive is you get information in your mind. Like some people get words, but that's just human. The human thing. The words are like we translate whatever comes to us into words. That's how we humans communicate with each other. But there's other ways of communicating. So you might see a picture in your mind. It might be a still picture of like a dog's running, but it's like still, standing still, but you know that they're running. You might get a movie, so you see the animal running everywhere and you see everything around them and you feel everything. See, now I'm saying feelings. So you really feel the environment. So say they're running and you can smell the smells that they're smelling where they are. You can hear the sounds if there are any sounds. So those are some different ways you can receive that picture in your mind, and then maybe through some sense of smell, you might hear some things. Your sense of taste can come into play. Oh, yes, it can. If you taste something in your mouth, and you know you're not, first of all, eating anything, and there's no sense or anything cooking near you, it's coming from the animal, not you. Isn't that cool? Another way is you just have that, physical sensations in your body. So all of a sudden, your knee hurts, but your knee doesn't hurt. So you're connecting with the animal, and your knee's hurting, so their knee is hurting. It's from them. We can feel with our own body what they're experiencing. And also, even that deeper, that sense of knowing, that gut feeling. It's like, how do you know that's true? You don't know, we just know. That's the deepest form of communication. It's like a soul level communication, that sense of knowing. You just know. You know with everything in your being that this is what it is. And then what we have to do as humans, however we receive in all those different ways, we need to put them into words if we want to communicate that to another human, like the animal's human, right? But that's the thing. We receive in each different way. And also, remember, so of all the different ways that I shared with you that you can receive telepathic information, there's going to be one that stands out that you were really good at. So lots of times people that are like veterinarians, or maybe they're doctors, they do a body work person, you're going to receive the physical information really well, usually. An artist is going to be visual, or a photographer probably receive the information, pictures in the mind, or that moving picture, because that's what comes natural. And there's other things in between. So you'll find your way of receiving telepathic communication, whatever's the easiest way. Yeah. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the comments, because I will respond to them, I promise. I can't wait to see what you have to say. And also, please don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell. Why? Because this is a great community. So if you like and subscribe to this channel, you'll be able to be with your like-minded friends, your animal-loving friends right here in this community. And when you ring that little bell, why do you ring the bell? Where is the bell? You look for it next to the subscribe. It's like down here or over here, depending on your device. When you ring the bell, you get notified whenever this group comes together, whenever I'm live here. So that's why. That's the why for that. And it's really, really important, because this is such a great community of animal lovers. And I'm just really, really thrilled that you are here, and I want you to get to know everybody. I want to get to know you and help you. And if you want to know more about telepathic communication, maybe you've never thought about it, I highly recommend, I want to invite you to take the Animal Communication, the basic course. It's just a work at your own pace, and you can find the link in the description below. And it's just a really, really fun course, and you can work at your own pace. And it'll take you through the whole beginning animal communication workshop course. So all of the steps, and there's lots of guided meditations, videos that you can practice with, lots of practice time with your own animal companions and a little practice time with other animals too. So you really get to learn all the basic steps for communicating with animals and put them into practice. Yeah. So I hope that you might consider doing that. If you have any questions, just feel free to check in with me. Ask me, send me write in the comments something about, any questions that you have. Because I would love for you to be part of that and just really delve deeper. And with your connection with your own animal companions, I am telling you, it opens the doors. It changes your world. It changed my world. I didn't think I could do this. I took a workshop and I learned. And what happens in the workshops? I took an in-person workshop. And what I learned was every single person that was in the workshop that I attended the very first time received validated information from somebody else's animal. Were we as good as the teacher? No, because we weren't practiced like she was, but we could do it. So it's proof that we all can do it. It's so much fun. You have to try it. And if you don't want to take a workshop, just practice. Seriously, check out some of the videos on this channel, and that'll help you, give you some tips and some pointers, some exercises to do. Because I also want to tell you, meditation is key to communicating with animals. Because before you can listen, you need to get quiet. You can't be all in your mind, right? Jibber jabbering in your mind. You need to get quiet. And then you connect. You need to get connected to Mother Earth. Get very grounded and quiet, relaxed. And then your mind opens, your ears open, your mouth closes, your heart opens, and you can be with an animal in this beautiful open space where communication takes place. Yeah, it's that easy. It's really easy peasy, but you need to practice. And it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. You need to practice, 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 practice. And it's so fun because it's animals. So practice with lots of different animals and just have fun doing this. Yeah, so I want to thank you so much for joining me. I just love being with animals and humans that love them, right? The animals and the humans that love them. What do you think about that one? We're so lucky to have animals in our lives. And again, thank you for letting me share with you my aha moment. It just changed my life. To know beyond the shadow of a doubt that my way of receiving communication was okay. And I'll never be like my teachers. That's their way of receiving. And you have your own unique, special way of receiving communication with animals. All you need to do is believe and practice. And you know what, another thing? If you're new at this and you're starting to practice, like you ask an animal a question, you get really quiet and you listen, and remember all the different ways that it can come. Don't get in your head. Just be open to receive. It might just come as a feeling in your heart, a sensation in your body. You might see that moving picture. You might just have a sense of knowing that that's what's going on with your animal companion. And then write that down. You might keep a little journal. And every time you connect with your animal companion or other animals, write down what you ask them and write down what you receive. And then you have that validation that you are receiving. And maybe find a friend and practice. That's really fun too. So I will see you next time. Thank you so much for being here. Have the best day wherever wherever you are. Have fun with animals always. Bye, everybody.